Welcome back to Grafting Dragon Fruit. I'm Richard, and have you guys ever ran into a situation where you wanted to pollinate your dragon fruit, but you had to leave to go on vacation or a wedding, and you knew you were gonna get home very late and be tired and might even miss the pollination process? Well, today I'm gonna show you guys a solution on how to get your dragon fruit pollinated before even it opening. And before we start this video, I just wanted to let you know that I partnered up with Function Health, a platform that focuses on giving you deep insight into your health. I'm super excited to get my first round of blood work done and chose Function Health because it's the only health platform that gives you access to data that most people never see and insights to actually take action. With Function, you can test over 100 biomarkers, from heart and hormones to toxins, inflammation, and stress. You can also access multi-region MRIs and CT scans, all tracked in one secure place over time. It's an enhanced view of what's happening inside your body. Lab visits are fast and convenient at over 2,000 locations across the United States. It's $499 per year, and that makes it only $1.37 a day for cutting-edge health insights. And the best part? Function Health is offering a $100 credit to new members for all of my subscribers. Learn more and join using my link in the video description below, or scan this QR code to get signed up. Be sure to take advantage and control your health today. Now let's get back to the video. This is what I'm talking about. You have to kind of pollinate it at this stage, and during midday, I'm talking about maybe 1 to 2 p.m., you should start seeing the dragon fruits that are ready to bloom for the night start to release its petal, and we call this the bulb. It should start to bulb up like this and have give, where you can press on it and it's nice and squishy. So at this point here, you guys can actually pollinate your dragon fruit and it will set. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. If you are someone that has been growing dragon fruit and have been collecting pollen and saving it, then this is gonna work very well, very easy for you. And if you don't have any pollen, then I'm gonna show you guys another way to do it. And so then that way it can still be successful without having to have the fridge pollen. But the best way to do this is having stored pollen. This is gonna expedite your process. And if you need to leave in a hurry, this will also make it quicker, so that way you guys can get to it. So I wanna talk about this variety specifically. This is called melonberry. This is an Assunta 6 sister. It's sister to Assunta 6, to wildberry skittles, to berry breath, and to nectar sunrise, and to bubblegum. So this one is also just another sister of it that I named melonberry. But for some reason, this variety here, this Assunta 6 named melonberry, is very picky with its pollen donor. I've tried Pink Panther, I've tried Vietnam White, Sugar Dragon, and even American Beauty. All of the ones that people call universal pollinators did not even work on this one. I've lost so many buds on melonberry when I was attempting to pollinate it with those type of pollen. One night, I almost gave up because I lost about 4 flowers at this point on melonberry. One night, I had pink laverne bloom at the same time as melonberry. And I at that point, I didn't care anymore. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hit it with something that's fresh pollen. So let's go ahead and try pink laverne. I was hoping that it would work, but I wasn't keeping my hopes that high because of how many times it's failed with the other pollen already. So I was ready to just lose it. 5 days later, after pollinating it with pink laverne, it set into a fruit, and I was so happy to get to try that fruit for the very first time because it was so good. And the fruit of how it looked was so beautiful. It was very different. And now I understand why it's so hard to get into fruit, because that fruit is actually very rare and exotic looking, and for you to see its beauty, you're gonna have to put in that type of work. So if you're growing melonberry, I highly recommend you guys grow pink laverne. So far, I've only been using that one because I know it works to have this set into a fruit. I will be trying other types of pollen, so that way we can get more varieties and sources of pollen to pollinate melonberry. But right now, I've been scared to lose more flowers, so I've been only using pink laverne. So with that being said, I have some pink laverne pollen stored in my fridge. I've collected this pollen about 2 weeks ago. It should still be good to go. When I store it in the fridge, the pollen usually stays good up to 27 to 30 days. And I've tried it before and it worked. Sometimes I would freeze the pollen and it's good up to 3 to 6 months, but I like the fridge way better because you can take it out the fridge right away, use it, and whatever you don't use, you can actually go ahead and put it back in the fridge to use it as another day, as long as it didn't exceed 30 days. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been able to, you know, use the pink laverne pollen over and over and just keeping it in the fridge and making sure it doesn't exceed 30 days, because that's when the lifespan of it starts to kind of dissipate and doesn't work anymore. So I'm gonna go to my fridge now. I'm gonna show you guys my pollen collection, and we're gonna pick out pink laverne pollen, and I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna use it on these unopened flowers to get them to set fruit. So then you can go ahead and go on your vacation, fly to Hawaii, enjoy your aloha with your family, and then come back and you have set fruits ready to eat. As you can see, I have a bucket of dragon fruit that I've been harvesting here, but this drawer here, the humidity controller, I always keep it at low. I don't want any humidity in here, and you're gonna see why. You're gonna wonder why there's a sausage in there. It's because these roll around so much, I kind of use this as just a weight, but we're gonna go ahead and remove that. And let's go ahead and look for the pink laverne. This is Vietnam white, Great Pop, Cosmic Charlie. Sorry, you guys have to go through this with me. Pink laverne, where are you? Aha! Here it is. We have pink laverne, and I collected this on 8/13. Today is 8/20, so it's not that long ago. This is about only a week ago, and I stored it at 6 a.m. So what I did was I left it on my counter overnight, put it into this package with a Dexicant pack, and the very next morning, put it in here after it dried for overnight, very early morning, 6 a.m. I put it in here. So we're gonna go ahead now, take this pollen and go ahead and start pollinating. So this is how I cross-pollinate my dragon fruits when I don't have fresh pollen available. It's already stored in the fridge, and you guys saw how many bottles I had in there. It looked like I almost have a sperm bank of just pollen in there of different varieties. And that's how I'm able to tap into a specific genetic that I need to create new hybrids. And that's one way how I've been getting success with creating all of these new creations that you guys see me have. All right, we have pink laverne here, and what we're gonna do is, this may look like it's gonna hurt, but trust me guys, it doesn't feel, they don't feel anything when you do this. All you wanna do is expose this stigma here. And I like to hold it like this. We're gonna go ahead and open this. I'm gonna put the cap in my pocket. We're gonna go ahead and hit it with it right away. Just like that. I like to be a little excessive with it because every single grain of pollen here could be vital or could not. So I just wanna make sure there's enough to have that successful. Okay, so once you finish pollinate it, go ahead and just close the flower like that again, and you're gonna move on to your next flower. Here, I have Pink Panther. Even though it's self-fertile, I know the pollen sacs hasn't fully opened yet, so we're just gonna hit it with this pink laverne because I already have it open. Okay, and let me check on the pollen sacs. You guys can see here, if I press on it, very little pollen is being produced right now, so you know the pollen sacs aren't that ready. But if you're desperate and don't have any pollen, I'm gonna show you guys what to do. So let's say your flower bulb is still closed, you don't have any fresh pollen. Go ahead, rip this open. If it's a self-fertile variety, you can go ahead and take these pollen sacs and just put it on here like this. When the pollen sac starts to pop, the pollen will be available and it's already on the stigma. So that way it will just start to take its pollen and fertilize itself. So you can do that if you guys don't have fresh pollen, but you gotta make sure that it's self-fertile. And if you don't have self-fertile, if you have multiple flowers open, go ahead and just pinch those anthers and just start sprinkling on all of the self-sterile ones. So that way you can cross-pollinate it that way when the flower's still closed. We have one more flower to pollinate. This one is Vietnam Red. It is self-fertile, but I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it with some pink laverne, because if you guys don't know by now, if you cross-pollinate dragon fruits, they actually can grow bigger and sweeter. So since we have this pollen already available, I'm gonna go ahead and pollinate it substantially and overly excessively. All right, I do have one more melonberry flower that will probably bloom in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know if this pollen will still be good, but I still have some in it, a very good amount. And I know that melonberry only gets pollinated with pink laverne, so I'm gonna save this and just use this because it's better to use something that I know that works than something else that I know that might not work. Even though the lifespan might not be alive, it's worth a try. So that is how you guys pollinate a dragon fruit early when it's still closed. Okay guys, I hope this helps. I hope this will help you take more vacations so that way you can pollinate a good set of fruits before leaving. And if not, just have someone, one of your friends or family members to stay here or come at night to pollinate these dragon fruits for you guys so that way you will have some fruit. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you guys thought it was, please hit that like button. If you guys have any comments or questions of what happened today, leave in the comments below and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. And if you guys have not subscribed to this channel yet, hit that subscribe button right there so that way you guys won't miss a single thing. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Grafting Dragon Fruit.